and it's
oh my god, yeah.
Malphite. Okay. They're not holding back here against Live Sandbox. They're coming in with the new picks right from game 1 in a match they're extremely favored against.
Sandbox draft, I'd be worried.
Very fun draft here for game number 1 from KT. Let's jump onto the Rift and see how it goes.
Like, if Closer gets hooked and he ults away, that's still a big win for you. And then, as mentioned, I think the Malphite here really provides a big issue, because come late game, I would agree. There's also Taliyah already being banned away, and I think Taliyah is one of the picks that can actually friend the Veigar, as it was actually Brutal that played it last almost a year ago.
Playoffs as well. Playoff round 2.
Item for aiming.
Uh-oh. Closer trapped in the cage. Not a lot of mana here for BDD, but he's certainly going to push Closer away.
My favorite Rift. Just teleporting everywhere.
Well, there's a cage, and now Closer's in a little bit of trouble. He does have a Xinjiao on top of him. He gets knocked up mid-Spirit Rush as the Arb goes in, and he's tricking down. First blood given over to BDD, who switches over to Ignite for the gank with his... oh boy, already a hook on an Envy, and there's nobody actually here, but I feel like it's Lahenz's way of saying, hey, by the way, I haven't done much in this game, but you'll see me soon.
Lahen's full build is
unlocked.
Cuz
in a little bit of trouble. He is going to go into the Crescent Guard. He's pulled into the Ahri, and both of them can jump on, but the Malphite ultimate gets them both and immediately turns the fight around as Kane flashes into 2 others. Does not give a damn. Might actually go down, but he's got BDD coming in. As yes, Willer will take down the Rift Herald, but Q's gonna miss, and this is turning into a landslide for the side of KT, as Cuz will pick up the last kill, and KT just continue with their lead.
Their 5v5, I think, is somewhat worse if they can't find a big hook.
Well... Okay, we're going to put down the box here as a lot of things are missing BDD. He's just running around 3 members. He might go down here as he does have to flash. This is a 4v3 in favor of Live Sandbox, but the stopwatch comes in, and the damage on the Envy is there, but they will finally take him out. Willer getting low as well. So many low health bars as Cuz. He is just so fed in this game. Nice charm, though, from the side of Closer. Will pick up a shutdown to the mid laner of Live Sandbox as flash in, flash by Closer. As Keaton now just on the run, he is tanky enough. As the Sandbox are trying to take a Drake.
Contest this.
I think that's illegal. I'm not sure about that. Okay, nice kick here. Willer just trying to survive. Hook is going to miss.
Yeah, no vision there. But that's already a big cooldown gone. KT don't have anything invested.
And
he's gonna get this.
So, yeah, this is their Drake to take. I think Live Sandbox trying to sneak one early. Keen doesn't have flash, but he does have ult as we're zooming in onto the unstoppable force that is Keen right now.
That's like the one thing I think you have to be worried about, but you just keep scaling. You know, BDD is thinks he's the trapper.
Yeah, he's about to get collapsed on here, as we do have teleport that has to be used from Keen just to kind of save him. We did have Lahen's up there on the top side, so actually a nice little moment for Live Sandbox. They get the flash out of BDD, they get the teleport out of Keen. Might get them a small amount of breathing room.
Apparently there's still 23 health on that mid lane turret. On the inner.
Yeah.
Not a great feeling for Sandbox. There we go.
Oh, it's gone. Enormous amount of AP as Hook actually going to miss. It's not every day you see that. So I was a little bit surprised. Just trying to set up here for this Dragon as Bertle does have a nice angle. BDD TPing in, but now the flash in onto Bertle. They're trying to collapse on the Cassante as the knock up onto the Lantern, and meanwhile Closer just dies. So no Lantern take here for Bertle, who's just desperately trying to survive and will not be able to, as Cuz will pick up his 5th kill of the game.
Make his way into this pit.
Should mean, but he's got a nice angle. I don't know if they have a lock on him right now. They're going to turn onto Kyle as Willer. Okay, he's going to be spotted now. They do have a Veigar as well, as Closer's trying to get into the pit as well. The cage is there, and the Lee Sin will not be making it into the pit anytime soon, as Chaos is breaking out on the Rift. BDD's just running away. Meanwhile, Closer going to die again, as he was desperately trying to help his team pick up the Baron. And Willer's just going for a nice little walk through the enemy base.
Well, it's just hex flashing. He's minding his own business.
Sparren is getting insane value too, 3,200 the lead now as they're trying to collapse on a BDD. He does have flash and a cage, so Willer in a lot of trouble here as Hook does go down onto Lahens, but what will be the cost as Willer... Okay, they're going pretty deep on this one. The cage's gonna miss everybody. Keen also goes down, as they absolutely did not have to dive these turrets. Is now a charm onto Cuz all of a sudden, as massive Goredrinker value is going to come in, but he is absolutely dead. As the two carries left alone going 2v5 as Dog comes in, but he's got to cleanse. And not a dream, as this inhibitor might also be going down, but looks like they will actually respect it.
This team only works when they're ahead. Like, that's why those early skirmishes, even if they don't go for a draft like this, which it's...
The big man is coming in from behind the team. As, okay, well, we're just chipping away a massive three-man knockup into there, and you were talking about morale. That might just be all gone. Willer trying to kick him away, as meanwhile in the back line, Lahens is soloing Bertle. So, yeah, Keen just gonna taxi in his Blitzcrank and help him out a little bit, as it looks like KT with this push might be able to get the job done.
And KT, overpowering performance here, showcasing some of that creativity, the Malphite pick that we haven't seen in a year.
That was a shellacking, Chronicler. That was game one of a best of 5, and you just get punished like that. Wait, what? I mean, I guess a lot of it was in the lane, but still, like, that's just kind of gross.
And would have kind of helped with their range issues, as Lissandra and Vi here, and a Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
It really does feel like twice in a row we have KT with a very similar comp, but it's just a little bit better.
A good question, Chronicler, as we hop into the rip for game number 2.
I wouldn't want to go into the sandbox comp on an early game deficit or even. I do think that that's where like the 5v5 power really shines. So trying to get ahead early on is definitely the way to go. Envy also went for Conqueror here.
Yeah.
And Call. So they don't want anything to happen in lane. They're trying to slow down the game and scale into the later stages. Oh, that brush is warded.
And doesn't look like this will be threatened by the side of KT, although we do have a couple of members kind of milling about now, as Lahens is going to blast plant into 3 people. And now we're going to have a fight here, level 6 for both mid laners. As let's see, the engage as the flash away from the charm. They try to burst down closer, and they will. First blood is given over to Lahens, but aiming in a lot of trouble. He's being chased down, as down he will go, but Envy also isolated here. So a 2-for-1 in favor of KT, as Willer and Cuz both still alive, and this one will go to the side of KT as they win the fight.
Another early skirmish, another disaster. Yeah, might have to trade flashes here.
Oh boy. Lens? What? Well, gonna miss that one. As Keen nearly takes a second turret shot. That one should have been a piece of cake, but maybe expecting him to flash in that direction, not 100% sure.
As they might just miss each other.
No, I think they know. This doesn't go over in time, but he's going to get all out. And oh, the angle a little bit unfortunate, but doesn't matter. Gets him mid-hop, as Cuz is going to put that Gnar directly into the death chamber.
Is spotted on top, so there is an angle here for Willer. Does have Cyclone available as well. This will be big.
Okay, trying to get onto aiming here. He does not have flash. I think aiming is just going to give his life as Lahens is trying to go on the run, but he will also get taken out. A nice play from Liv Sandbox as they rotate into the bottom side and get 2 kills.
And that's a favorable trade here for Sandbox, because yes, Bertle dies, and the Herald goes over, but crucially, the bot lane dive not quite working out as...
He said be careful, bot.
Well, and I do think that Keen needs to be careful. He does have Ghost, so should be fine here.
He doesn't have his ult, so no all-out potential to escape, as Gravitum going to be saved for after the Unstoppable, and now Keen in a lot of trouble. He does Ghost, but can he get away? The answer is no. The Gale Force puts him in the Death Chamber. That's a kill now onto the Aphelios.
No, Kyle got it with Ignite.
a little bit of extra money in their pockets as Lehens will avoid that, maybe not even on purpose, as he runs by Kyle, as the hook is not going to hit again, and they just turn onto the Thresh, going to take him down the ult here into Envy, who has to cleanse and flash just to survive. As, you know, Liv Sandbox trying to set something up, but actually KT get the better end of it.
Complete disaster here for Sandbox.
And this time the hook is going to hit. As finally, flash in here from aiming, and the dominoes fall one by one. As somehow, KT able to get another couple of picks here, and now looking to take down mid-tier 1. And Shirley's not having a good time here. Actually baited into attacking the Blitzcrank, as that is not what you want to see, but maybe baiting themselves into the fight as the turn comes in from Liv Sandbox. They get the kill and the crash of the Herald into mid.
Peak Lehens moment right there, as it goes for... Oh,
aiming? What are we doing here? Okay, he's trying to bait them into the BDD, as this is just a massive mess. What are we looking at? As Stopwatch is in, a 3v5 for KT. Why are they even taking this fight? I don't know. As Keen is so tanky, he's just going to get on in there, just doing Cassante things. Doesn't quite give a damn, but he does take a charm to the face. As now BDD will W and get to safety.
In my opinion, Berto might be in trouble here.
Yeah, it's looking pretty likely, as they are just going to try to burst him 100-0. The all-out goes in under the turret, but Keen can't get the kill. As he's under the turret, he's going to go down, and now BDD has gone way too far, and even going to opt into using the Zhonya's, but he is totally dead. As the rest of the team looking for the pick on a Willer. That is a really nice hook. Unbelievable that he does get that even through the clone. So somehow, KT somewhat shored up, but once again, looking for the angles, and Liv Sandbox win a 2-for-1.
Oh, Kyle, no.
Bunch of damage already put into the Dragon, and not a lot of damage taken by the side of KT here, as BDD is over the wall. Meganar about to hit. KT has to be so careful about this as it goes to Willer, unsurprisingly, but the hook is there onto Kyle, as now a 5v4 in favor of KT, but Keen is super low. Will not be able to go down here, as aiming gets stunned into the wall, hits a huge Moonlight Vigil, but aiming will survive, just barely gets the down as Envy goes in, trying to look for the angle onto aiming here, but cannot quite get the kill. Maybe takes out Cuz, as the flash over the wall, and he misses both, as Cuz is still on the run here. We're back to the Scrapyard Chronicler. I don't know what's going on, as Lehens will go down. We got a TP in the mid. I don't even know what that's about. I guess just trying to get Cuz here, but he will give the kill over to Envy, of all people, and go from there.
Yep.
But it's not going to be easy, especially, you know, you don't have a lot of vision. It's very difficult to play. Uh-oh. Aiming going to get caught here against the wall. Cleanses, but he's dead. Just a free kill, as aiming's the one who gets caught. And Liv Sandbox are looking to push now. They still have 1 second of Baron buff.
And that's not a look that we've seen recently from aiming. Right, he's been so consistent.
Oh boy, Charm comes in, and one by one the dominoes fall. And a very interesting situation we have now in this playoff, as Keen going to back away here, and they're desperately trying to clear out the waves. Keen still tanky, but not tanky enough against the LDR of Belios. The turrets will be going down as one by one. KT are struggling. Going into the stopwatch now is BDD, just trying to survive, but it's 5 members of Liv Sandbox still, as they will take down the Nexus here. Looks like as aiming is trying to stop them, gets the 1 kill, but Cuz was the only front line, and down he will go. As down will go the Nexus as well. We are all tied up. We have a series on our hands, as it is 1-1 now.
That's where it starts. If he dies there, I think KT bring it back and get it done. But now, whole different ball game.
Maybe a Gnar game here. Urgot. He did say it, and yeah, Urgot is coming through.
Okay, so I can see the value of Urgot into specifically the... But
Renata.
I think, well...
Oh, Leona.
Into Cassante, because obviously Urgot is really good into tanks. I would be... It makes sense with the top half of the map and getting a lot of agency for KL. But to me, the Renata, like, Renata also can deny the Urgot, right? Like Fear Beyond Death and Bailout.
Yeah, another choice into the Cassante. We'll see how it works here as we are ready to hop onto the Rift for game number 3. We gave it a little try, but don't want to anymore.
Okay, well, you know that they put in their best effort. It didn't work. I don't know why the call was made to try and duel when your Vi is very far behind and sitting on a Kindle gem.
Okay, no flash here for NB as okay. That is going to be a block here for Kyle, who has to flash, but Downey will go first blood, given on over. The recall, though, is there, but the damage is not enough. Aiming with a shield.
Willer?
Just barely able to survive. Willer's like, please give me the kill, but that is not going to happen. Aiming will survive.
Next stack now going to be gone as well.
Kyle is here, finally has hit level 6, joining Lahens, as Lace does miss. Double knock up here onto the bottom lane of Live Sandbox. That is the Hex Soul given over a third Cloud Soul. Comes in. Bertle now just being chased down the lane, not in a very fun spot, but gonna all out underneath the turret, but guess who's here? It's Cuz! As Aiming baits him in, and Cuz will collect.
He was on the ward.
Just gonna tank things up and look for better angles as it does come along. And funnily enough, you know, after all, well, Bertle in a little bit of trouble here now as Ian looking for it. Cuz going to land the charge as he does push them into the turret, but I think the damage is there. Fear Beyond Death. As down he goes, 9999 damage. And Closer, oh boy. Looking for aggressive angles here without vision as here comes Willer. He's down 2 levels and he's alone. He does have Leona making his way in, but a little bit far away as Willer still trying to make this play happen. Another Q comes in and maybe he just solos him as Flash in and Willer takes him down. Like you said, it's kind of a consolation. I think Live Sandbox are just trying to get whatever little value from the map that's left to them at all. As NB here is just going to Gale Force underneath the turret, doesn't even have to go into the Feather Storm. So meanwhile, Kyle trying to beat this one because it's so tanky. Double knockup comes in and NB is sniped from downtown. Doesn't even flash or Feather Storm or anything. Just dies as now the rest of the team is coming in and Willer's just going to be caught underneath the turret. Has to go in for the ult, but 3 kills to the side of KT. So Closer should be close to level 16.
Oh, deep TP.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. They have so many wards deep behind enemy lines as a lot of damage is going into Cuz, but it's Aftershock Sejuani. They try to turn up on the top side. Closer is in a really rough spot, but at least the Urgot ultimate does sail wide through the stopwatch. So now Willer is like miles behind enemy lines. Just gonna have to walk through a turret here, it looks like, as Cuz has his eyes on him. And Willer is not long for this world, as they will give this kill over to Aiming eventually. Down he goes.
And an attempt to try and pick up a mid lane turret.
And yeah, the objective bounty Cloud Drake will go over to the side of Live Sandbox.
Yeah. What? It's just Lance. It's fine. He's okay. As Willer?
Okay, we're going pretty deep for this one. Maybe they didn't know that BDD was there, so that's going to be the end of Willer. As Bertle, nice third man knockup, but we are going real deep behind enemy lines here as Keen is going to be pulled back, and that's going to be the end of it. Closer, the only one left alive, as he might just be able to get back into the base.
Bertle dragged the Keen with, he had the Fear Beyond Death active. They got feared. Envy actually couldn't do anything there.
Yep. Another Storm.
Yeah, but that's not the biggest cooldown goal.
They don't have a wave anymore. They're just sitting here in the enemy base.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, BDD can back by and TP back in, and without Featherstorm, I don't think they can win these fights.
Closer, I think he attacked Cuz. I'm not 100% sure, though. I don't have real evidence of that actually happening.
In they go, KT!
Yeah, okay, nice little knockup here. Bertle gonna push them back, but the Sedge ultimate is way too big as Envy is getting a bunch of autos down, but the wallets are just a bit too heavy as the wave does come in from the bottom side. And KT will go on to match point in this best of 5 as down will go the Nexus, and KT will take the lead 2-1.
Hadn't seen yet. And yeah, when we loaded in, we're like, Sandbox, there's one thing you gotta do. You see like where they were at the 22-minute mark, that was fine.
It's as massive as the Pacific Ocean, so I'm sure he's got anything, and he's gonna go for Malphite again. Why not?
Going to bring it back here. Malphite. I think very similar to game number 1, Lissandra in killing Malphite.
Absolutely. Well, guys, this is going to be another interesting game here as we hop into the rib for game number 4. Let's do it.
Shield very reliably, so King can just clap. And
hey, the knock up, the ignite as well, but Lantern Shield comes in as Cuz. Level 4, and Envy took a massive chunk now as he does have Flash. Has popped the Ghost already. Cuz looking to burn some summoners here. He will get the Flash out of Kyle as well.
That's a big win. And the sandbox comp to me, when they're not snowballing, does feel a little lackluster. Envy does have his cooldown, now got the Guild Force as well.
Uh-oh, Cuz going very deep beyond a ward as he's just going to Crescent Guard, but he gets stunned up anyway as First Blood does come in at 12.5 minutes here, given over to the Lissandra. It might be the stepping stone for Liv Sandbox to start their snowball.
Death cap, I think, for BDD here, crucially.
Yeah, he has rushed that second item. As Closer actually went in. Death Sentence here onto a Xin Zhao. Definitely not the target you want as Closer has to ult himself just to try to avoid more action. Lehens is waiting in the wings. He says, team, I'm Rakan. I'd just love to press my buttons. This is what I do.
Bertle is going to get spotted here.
Yeah.
And I guess it doesn't matter because he's just going to take blue buff.
Do you think he presses it?
I think
will Liv Sandbox just give them the Drake?
Yeah, they're going to let it go.
Okay.
You don't have the Sundra ultimate.
TP?
Yeah, Nash. You just Nash. For something. Do anything. Please. Oh, this is it. This is the moment. It's happening. No, it's just a bait. They're already here.
All right, I think this is the moment. Hook into Keen as Closer is behind enemy lines, but they just try to turn onto him as deep he goes. He gets charmed as in goes Lehens. A massive combo in the backline. Envy can't play the game as he is kiting back though. Keen is super tanky, but he will eventually go down. Has to try to flash to get away from this one. And a massive Light Vigil comes in. Aiming goes in just to die immediately as KT runs straight into Liv Sandbox's trap. Man, they shouldn't have pressed their buttons.
It was a mistake.
They win the fight, and they're going to take down the Baron.
This is feeling like a game number 5, Valdez. Without Envy actually in position with white guns, like he still needs time.
Yeah, now BDD's making his way in. We got teleport back in from Keen. They don't care about the Drake. I mean, Cuz might get in to try to steal it, but he doesn't really matter. Oh, he gets in and he does steal it! It's actually huge from Cuz to pick this one up. They get the Chemtech, so they're looking for the follow-up fight as a massive Keen ultimate gets on top of Envy, and the charm is there! Aphelios does 0 damage in the fight, and KT finally find the angle. The mental game is gone as they press their buttons, and they outplay Liv Sandbox on the fight.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. I don't know, I think Envy might not have had his flash available yet there. It came just off cooldown. If I'm not mistaken, we'll see in the replay. Did try to Guild Force away, but it's KT. Able to get the soul there, and that soul, that's one thing. But you can't afford to then also lose the fight, right? That's the turning point. That's what KT were looking for. Cuz and Lehens on an angle.
Nice little angle here. Kyle in a little bit of trouble as Cuz is not the target you want to attack here. Really, as Envy is autoing onto him, but the Crescent Guard is there. Hook comes in. They're going pretty deep onto this one. As, oh man, the Moonlight Vigil misses. And 0 damage will be done on that one as now they're trying to get in onto Closer. As a nice little W here, but Closer is just going to have to ult himself. Trying to click the Lantern, but he cannot. He will go down. And now KT can turn onto the Baron on the Malphite.
Zeri can just start it up.
Yep. And it's already taken, 3k damage-ish.
Well, it is a lot of damage, though, because KT has 4 dragons.
Charm in onto Bertle. As Cuz in a little bit of trouble here, but he is followed up. Nice stopwatch for Willer, but Willie survived from here as he goes in onto Bertle, trying to make a play here onto the Cassante, who is just draining in life, goes into the stone plate, and a massive Keen ultimate again. Envy is just on the run, but down he goes! They lose the Aphelios, and that should be the nail in the coffin. They finally get the fight they were looking for, and KT will be able to take down the series 3-1.
It was a rough and bumpy ride, Valdez. And KT coming in like the clear favorite. In the end, clean 3-1. Nothing
to see here. Oh, what pristine dominance from KT tonight. Oh man, jokes aside, they get the job done.
That's what matters. You get the win.
You move on to double elimination, where you will at least have the buffer, and that they do. They take down Live Sandbox 3-1.
They had to work hard. What do you mean Malphite does the most damage in the game?
That wasn't even that much lane damage this time.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the post-game interview translation. We are here joined by the victorious KT roster players as they advance to the second round of playoffs. Congratulations, Kiin. Congrats on getting the 3-1 victory over Live Sandbox. How do you feel?
플레이오프 2라운드에 진출하게 돼서 이제 좀 더 이제
Yeah, I'm so happy that I get to play more series in the playoffs, and I think we have to keep working hard. Kiin, you played 2 Malphite games and 1 Urgot games, 2 new picks against K'Sante. Was that something you focused on for this playoffs preparations? I tried them out in scrims and I had some decent results, so today I had the right angle to go for it. What makes you pick them up against K'Sante? Well, I mean, their team fight is good, you know, their laning phase is also alright, so we thought this would be a good pick into K'Sante. And we were blessed by the all-pro LCK team top laner performance. What do you expect from the second round of playoffs? We have potentially several matches left in the playoffs, so we will keep working hard in order to keep showing the best performance possible. Because I think it's a great start to the playoffs run. What did you guys focus on as after you guys chose Live Sandbox as your opponent? Live Sandbox, they are really good at playing around their bottom lane, and also their team fight around objectives are also really good. So we were, you know, kind of watching their VODs and studied what we have to do up against Live Sandbox, especially about their playstyle. And I think everything went as we planned, so we had some decent outcome. And Cuz, you won POG in game 1 and 3. And you were doing a great job into Willer. And also you were able to steal away the soul up against Willer, who stole so many objectives up against you in round 1. It feels amazing to, you know, give it back to him after such a long time. And Cuz, you had the uncle buff today, supporting you. In the first match of playoffs, he brought so many fan signs to show his love and support. For example, like Cuz, aka the best commentator of the LCK is Cloud Templar, and the best jungler is Cuz. Any message over to him? Thank you so much for coming here. Every time you come, I get a win, so I hope you show up next time too. The uncle buff was real. Now let's hear from BDD. It was roughly 2 years since you last played a best of 5 series. What did you focus on today? Yeah, it's been such a long while, so I was feeling a little bit nervous before the game started, but I got so much experience playing best of 5, so as the game started, I was feeling a lot more comfortable. BDD, you know, there's a term called BDD recital, you know, because there are classic BDD picks that always guarantee you a win, and I think Veigar is now a part of the performance. And recently, you have been showcasing a great performance on Veigar. Do you think Veigar itself is kind of OP right now? I mean, yeah, because after the recent buff, you know, his laning phase is a lot stronger, because he used to be strong in the late game anyway. So right now, he's like super good. And T1 and Gen G is, you know, waiting at playoffs second round. Who do you think you're gonna play? I think T1 will pick us for sure. Yeah, but I don't know, because they both look super strong, so it's gonna be pretty much similar. Why do you think T1 will pick you?
정규 시즌 두 번 다 져가지고
We lost them twice in the regular
약하게 보지
season,
않을까라고
so I
생각하고 있어요.
like it's
그런 좀
pretty
우려와
reasonable.
걱정, 그리고 예상을 하고 계신 것 같은데 그러면 각오 한 말씀도 들어보겠습니다.
Then what is your determination heading to the second round? Whoever we get to face, you know, we're gonna do our best. So please keep supporting us.
네,
Thank
팬분들의
you.
함성만큼이나 큰 응원이 여기까지 닿는 것 같습니다. 그리고 에이밍 선수.
Aiming.
저도 굉장히 놀랐는데요.
I was
오늘
surprised
에이밍
to
선수의
find
다전제
out
첫
that this is
매치승이라고
actually your
합니다.
first
감회가 남다르실 것
Best
같은데
of
소감
5
알아볼게요.
series victory. How do you feel?
탑승해서 정말 좋고
It feels amazing to get my
네,
first
너무 좋은
win
것
in
같아요.
Best of 5
혹시
series.
에이밍 선수가 생각하시기에는 여태까지
에이밍.
다전제에서 좀 힘들었던 이유 뭐라고
What made you
판단하시나요?
struggle the most in the previous Best of 5? What was the most challenging factor?
보다 그냥 그때
I don't really know. Nothing really stands out. But I was just bad back in those
그렇군요.
days.
옆에 계신 리엔즈 선수가 또 다전제 굉장히 경험이
And obviously, you were
많으시잖아요.
with Lee Hans,
혹시
one
어떤
of
조언
the
같은 건안
most
해주시던가요?
experienced Best of 5 player. Did he give you an advice?
말해줘.
It was always like telling me, have fun, enjoy. So I was able to feel a lot more relaxed.
2세트에는 또 상대가 교전에서 날카로운 면들을
Well, in game number 2, Leaf Sandbox was able to bring a stronger performance. So what did KT Rolster go through after losing that game?
이제 정말 컸어가지고 이제 그 점
The
위주로
turret dive
말하면서
play
다음 판
was really
우리가
critical,
잘하니까
so we
그걸
wanted
이길 수
to
있다.
review
그렇게
those
말했던 것
mistakes, and we
그런데요,
wanted to
이민
make sure that
선수.
still we are
1,
playing
2,
better
3,
than them,
4세트
so we didn't want to,
연속
you know,
제리만
feel small.
하시더라고요,
We wanted
오늘.
to keep our
혹시
confidence.
이유를 좀 알 수 있을까요?
However, Aiming, you were
제가
on the
제리에
Zeri
대해서
duty.
좀 자신도
4
있고
straight
해가지고
Zeri games
이제
today. How are you feeling about that?
그냥 빨리 선택했던 것
I
같아요.
was pretty
자신
confident
있는
in Zeri,
이기기
so
때문에
it was
빠르게
actually
가져오신
good
것
because we can
같습니다.
actually go
그리고
for
리엔즈
early Zeri
선수,
lock-in,
오늘
so we
경기
can buy more
전체적으로
time for
돌아보셨을
other
때 팀적인
picks.
컨디션 어떻게 보시나요?
Lian, how was KT feeling today as a team?
좋았던 것 같습니다.
It was good. It was alright.
그러면 완전 너무 좋았다, 최고였다,
Was it like
최상위까지는 아니니까 2라운드에서는 뭔가 더 좋은 팀적인
best
컨디션을
level,
볼수 있지 않을까
or
이런
was it like
기대도 좀
decent?
해보는데요.
I hope we can see like even stronger KT Roster in the upper rounds of playoffs because today was already so good. And you played Blitzcrank for game 1 and 2, and then you played Recon in game 3 and 4, a champion that you never played in the regular season. Well, to be honest, I wanted to play Recon in game 1 and 2 too, but Keen was like, no, you gotta play Blitz, so it's a bummer, you know.
농담한 겁니다.
I was just kidding.
하지만 안 될 것 같아요, 기인 선수. 이유를 여쭤봐야 될 것 같습니다.
Keen, tell us what exactly happened.
블리츠 계속 노래를 불러가지고
No,
1, 2세트
Lehans
했던
was
것
the
같은데,
one
그래도
singing
2세트에 너무
Blitzcrank, Blitzcrank, and then he trolled in game 2 on Blitz, so we wanted to take it away from him and just make him play Recon.
그러면 리엔즈 선수 이제 다전제에서 모든 게 중요하지만
Lehans, you know, you played so many big best of 5 series in the past. Why did you focus on the most in this kind of a new and longer format of series?
하다 보면 상대방이 좀 싫어하는 뱀픽 구도나
So you kind of get a feeling as game goes by, you know, you kind of get a feeling or grasp of what the opponent hates or prefers in terms of pick and bans and also gameplay. So as you get more understanding of the opponents, you get to come up with stronger
리엔즈
strategies.
선수 그러면 주장으로서 아까 BDD 선수께도 여쭤봤던 똑같은
And
질문인데요.
Lehans, then
2라운드에서 혹시 누구 만날 것 같다고
who do you think
예상하시나요?
you're gonna be playing up against in the second round?
저도 뭐 T1이 저희를 뽑을 것
I'm kind of on
같은데
the same page. I think
저는
T1 will
젠지랑
choose
더
us,
뽑겠습니다.
but I want to play up against
과연
Gen
어떻게
G
될지
personally.
내일 경기가 끝난 이후에 30분 내로
We'll get to
결과가
find out
발표되니까요.
after
여러분
tomorrow's
지켜봐 주시고요.
series
그럼 마지막으로 주장 리엔즈
ends.
선수가 선전포고 한마디 부탁드리겠습니다.
Lastly, before we go,
일단 오늘
Lehans,
경기도
any
조금,
final words
그래도 좋은
for the
경기로
second round of
했다고
playoffs?
생각해서
I think today's
팬분들께서
performance
좀
was
도와주셨으면
pretty
좋겠고요.
alright,
다음 경기에는
so
누구를
I hope our
만나게 될지
fans are feeling the
모르겠지만
same. I don't know
저희가
who we're gonna
최선을
play
다해서
in
팬분들께
the
좋은
second round of
경기
playoffs,
보여드리도록
but we will
하겠습니다.
keep working hard in order to
네, 좋습니다.
display the
오늘
best
KT
performance
선수분들 승리 다시
possible.
한번 축하드리고요.
And this will be the end of the interview from the KT
이라운드에서도
Roaster
좋은 모습
players, and we're gonna
보여주시기를
pass it back to the
기대하겠습니다.
space.
축하드립니다.
Thank you.